Hi everyone. I've held off on making this video until we got some sort of response from the developers. If you don't know, Black Beacon CN was released on April 28th, and their release was a bit shaky. To my knowledge, it didn't have nearly as many issues compared to the global release. The developers' immediate response was to apologize to their CN player base and issue a free 5-star selector box, 20 standard banner pulls, and 10 limited banner pulls to their in-game mail that lasts 31 days. When the global player base caught wind of this, it led to a huge outrage, rightfully so, because the treatment between global and CN players were not equal. It was obvious the developers treated the CN region better because the compensation was not one-to-one. When global was released, we had far more issues to deal with. We had issues using certain emulators, logging into the game, an issue with binding their accounts to Google, and many issues with the game in general, like optimization, audio distortion, audio breaking, untranslated text, black screen, the game freezes or gets stuck at a certain part of the game. The list goes on. Sorry, that was just funny. What do global players get for compensation? 30 standard banner pulls, 10 stamina pots, and some material resources in the form of a coupon code that had to be manually entered by the player. The real kicker is that the code only lasted 3 days from April 11th to April 14th. So players unaware of this code's existence or players who were still having issues logging in or creating an account missed this code. There was backlash as to why the code only lasted 3 days, or why didn't they extend the code's duration for players who are still experiencing issues, especially since they released 2 coupon codes on launch that had a much longer duration. To my knowledge, I don't think this was ever addressed and it got swept under the rug. It sucks, but the players try to remain positive and give the company the benefit of the doubt because the developers were actively fixing issues, improving their game, and the player experience. So when global players finally received a response from Charles, the head of global service of Black Beacon, it was overwhelmingly negative. Nothing about the CN favoritism was addressed at all. The response was a whole lot of nothing burger and stated pretty much the obvious. With this response, they sent an in-game mail for 10 standard banner pulls, 100 blue skill materials, and 30 blue ascension materials. The mail was titled Charles Gift, and the funny shit is I'm sorry, I'm trying not to laugh a lot, but the funny shit is the mail expires in 3 days. To me, this doesn't look like an apology at all or them acknowledging why global players are outraged. This looks like, to me, the developer is just like, we gave you 10 pulls, now shut the fuck up. Another slap to the face is with the recent update. Emulators beside the Google Play games cannot play Black Beacon anymore. This made a lot of players mad because the Google Play emulator is not the best experience. It has improved but still has its issues. This was kind of a nail to the coffin for some players. So what am I gonna do with Black Beacon now? Personally, I'm not mad, just very disappointed. Not going to lie, I had a feeling they were gonna treat the CN differently than the global players. Let's be honest, a large portion of revenue for gacha game companies is from the CN region. From a company standpoint, they'll likely try to cater more towards the region that makes them the most money. A big example is Hoyoverse. They usually ignore global players' complaint or criticism and only act if the issue gets big enough on the CN side. Even though I had this feeling, I thought maybe it wouldn't be too blatantly obvious, but man, was I wrong. I'm still going to be playing Black Beacon, but I'm going to think twice before spending money on it again. The game is fun, the story is good, the gacha rates are one of the better ones in its genre. It's pretty free to play friendly because you can buy 5-star weapons and it's dupe in the store. It has a unique take in gear progression. Man, they did so many things well. It's disappointing that this happened. I think the only way to appease the global players is a well-written apology acknowledging the situation and what they're going to do moving forward, and a 5-star selector for good faith. But what might happen is they're going to just try to sweep it under the rug again and let things die down. I'm surprised Styx hasn't made a video about this yet, especially since he glazed the game and developers so hard. He's usually on top of these things. I saw that he made 2 tweets about this on X, but it's not the same as addressing it on a video. Maybe he's like me and was waiting for an actual response before making a video. That's just my opinion. I hope you enjoy this video. Leave a like and subscribe if you do. If you're still playing Black Beacon after this, I hope you enjoy the game and have a nice day.